The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in the green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Do I Rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepared a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, get them away. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo. And here we speak truth to power. Oh. And my name, this is the headquarters of the truth. And my name, one more time, Blakk RASTA. We are live on YouTube, also live on Facebook. Please do the needful. Hit on the like button and also share the broadcast so many more people can see what is happening right here. Pick up our numbers scrolling on the screen right now and do business with us. Lord God have mercy. It is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Today we have three very important issues to look at, and we're going to do justice to that. This is Black Empire TV, and my name, Blakk RASTA. Story number one. Now the very first story we are looking at today is very interesting. Yes, the very first story we are looking at today is very, very interesting, and it has to do with the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Vice President Professor Naana Agyemang on the way out. Now, when we ask this question, what comes into your mind? Way out means what? Leaving the shores of the country or leaving her post as Vice President? She was elected. Can anybody push her out? Or she can leave willingly? Now, there is somebody who is alleging that the NDC, which is the party in power, is working out some shenanigans and gymnastics to push out Professor Naana Agyemang. Who is this guy saying this? You know him? This is the guy. You know him? He is lawyer Maurice Ampao. In my opinion, one of the worst lawyers this country has ever produced. He doesn't make sense to me anytime he speaks, and I'm not scared to speak my mind. This guy here, in fact, sometimes I believe that he is a dark spot on the law profession. But my brother, my sister, he has become overly partisan. And the people of Ghana don't take him serious. Not in the law court and not outside the law court. This was the crook who said that if the NDC won power, he with all his credibility would leave the shores of this country and relocate to Togo. And when the NDC actually won power, the crook said he was only joking. My brother, my sister, he said it was only a political talk. It's because of jokers like this, politicians see all of us to be jokers as well. My brother, my sister, this is the bleach-faced Maurice Ampao. That is his name. They say he's a lawyer. I don't believe until I see his credentials. Because his utterances, my brother, my sister, do not befit that of a lawyer. And this is what Maurice Ampao is saying. NDC plans to dump Vice President using her to secure, after using her to secure power. I'll take it again. NDC plans to dump Vice President after using her to secure power. And this is Maurice Ampao alleging. Run it, my youth. Now, private legal practitioner and radio show host on Wood to Me Radio, Maurice Ampao, has slammed the governing National Democratic Congress for allegedly attempting to sideline Vice President Professor Naana Agyemang. According to him, the NDC only used her to secure political power and now wants to make her ineffective. Now, speaking on his show on Monday, March 31, 2025, the controversial lawyer accused the NDC of planning to send the vice president abroad while someone else performs a role. I pray that Vice President Jane Agyemang will recover. We don't want any dark clouds hovering around the presidency. We don't want anyone scheming to take the woman's place. In any case, we don't see how effective a position as vice president is. You could see that the woman was used for the elections. She's old and sick, but because of political power, she was going all over the place campaigning. You could see that she was visibly tired during the campaign, but they used her to secure political power. And now they are dumping her. You can see that since she became vice president, she has not been effective. She's always excluded from trips. Her wardrobe is not the best and not well packaged. Her office has been abandoned. And when you see her, one cannot even feel that she is the vice president. He added, today they want to lift her from Ghana and dump her abroad because someone has taken a position. Even while she's alive, someone else is performing the role of vice president. It is our prayer that God will heal her of any sicknesses so that she will live and enjoy the fruit of her labor. Whoever is behind the sickness, we pray and send it back to the sender because the woman is an innocent soul. On Sunday, March 30, 2025, the presidency's communication directorate released a statement confirming that the vice president attended the University of Ghana Medical Center, UGMC, on Saturday following an unexpected health incident. So you see, very childish, malnourished brain. The vice president's wardrobe is not well packaged. Somebody else is doing her duty. Since she won power, she has not been doing her duty. She's been ineffective. And at the same time, we could visibly see that during the campaign period, she was tired. Who wasn't tired during the campaign period? Even old and outlandish Nana Akufo-Addo, this bleach-faced guy, believed that he was strong enough to run the country. Nana Akufo-Addo, unprovokedly, was sleeping like a rabbit on it. Nana Akufo-Addo, unprovokedly, was sleeping like a crocodile in labor. My brother, we bemoan this situation. And whatever happened, all of a sudden, whatever they gave him to drink or to smoke or to inject, he started becoming less sleepless in gatherings. Even him, Maurice Ampao, said he was effective. I don't like it when people compare. But to suffice it, my brother, my sister, these people are less than 3 months in office. They want to see the vice president making all the noise all over the place. According to Maurice Ampao, he is praying so that the vice president will recover to enjoy the fruits of her labor. Oh, I thought service was hard work and sacrifice rather than a walk through the park for enjoyment. You see their mentality. Na wo brabe enjoy power. So power is all about enjoyment now. I hear Ras Mubarak say, yes, a lot of the NDC foot soldiers work so hard and they deserve to also enjoy, but they brought Kwesi Pratt's daughter. He was trying to make a point. But the point I want to pinpoint there is simple. People believe that political power is all about enjoyment. That is why the nation is where it is. Oh, they should bless you with an appointment. What is disappointment? You tell us you are coming to serve us, you are coming to sacrifice, but you make it look more like it's a walk in the park and it's gratis when you are given a certain appointment. My brother, instead of seeing it as a walk in the park, I think that anybody who gets an appointment should start tightening his belt, and people should rather see him on the street and donate money and things to him, because it's a sacrificial job. And when you are sacrificing, my brother, you are not thinking about remuneration. Somebody write it down. In Ghana, political power is a blessing for enjoyment. Instead of having it look like a sacrifice where no remuneration is expected. This might be too deep for some people. May I break it down? Can I say it again? In Ghana, politicians see political power as a job and not the sacrifice from which no remuneration is expected. Please write that down. In some countries, when you have a political appointment, people respect you and salute you because they know you are going in there to sacrifice. Nobody comes after you asking you for bread and butter. They know you are going to sacrifice for the people. Not in Ghana. Political appointment is equivalent to enjoyment. Enjoy. There be appointment no be. That is why many people that the President John Dramani Mahama appointed into office went back to him and told him point blank, Mr. President, where you sent us there's nothing to enjoy. Such dumb people. The president wants to leave a legacy. He has handpicked you to go and fill a certain position. You return to him and say, there's no loot there. Therefore, he should set you free. In our country, political power is equivalent to a job, a paid job. Instead of seeing it as a sacrifice for which no remuneration is expected. Better still, no cash remuneration is expected. Until we start seeing all these political appointments as a sacrificial job, like it's seen in so many other countries. In fact, we will continue to suffer. In America, somebody gets a political appointment. If after 10 years people see him and he's not rich, they will not say, and you served in this government, and you were an appointee, and you were a minister of state. No, because they all know that it was purely sacrificial. Not in Ghana. They will insult you, insult your great-grandfather for being a useless man who cursed you. When you went into government, you never became rich. That is the sense that I get from Maurice Ampau's delivery. But my brother, these are subversive ideas to be able to push the vice president into thinking that, oh, the people are actually pushing me out. Or people are expecting a lot from me. And therefore, they'll be able to destabilize the government. But this woman is wiser than all these people combined. She has an agenda. She knows where to go. Above all, she's an academician. So no amount of propaganda will throw this woman out of sync for her to start running around and want to be seen and heard everywhere. It's not about how many times you are seen in public. It's about how much you do behind the scenes. Write it down. It is not about how many times the politician is seen out there talking. It's about how much he does behind the scenes. But in our country, politics is about being heard. The more noise you make is equivalent to how much work you are doing. That's a shame, isn't it? But my brother, is the NDC really trying to remove this woman? I won't even bother to answer the question because I will not take this guy who claims he's a lawyer seriously. He has said things and swallowed back his words so pathetically. So I won't waste my time on this. But this is the other side of the sword. Is she truly out or on her way out to seek medical attention outside? Is she on a health holiday or medical holiday? There's a guy called Blakk RASTA. He's the same person you see here. He spoke. Blakk RASTA has spoken about this situation and has been captured by Ghana Web. Learn from Kufuor. Stay in Ghana for medical treatment. Blakk RASTA tells Vice President. Run it, my youth. Outspoken radio presenter Abubakar Ahmed, popularly known as Blakk RASTA, has expressed his opposition to the decision to fly the Vice President, Professor Naana Agyemang, abroad for medical attention. His comment comes after the President's Communications Directorate on Sunday, March 30, 2025, not 2024, released a statement confirming that the Vice President attended the University of Ghana Medical Center, UGMC, on Saturday following an unexpected health incident. According to the statement signed by Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Member of Parliament and Minister for Government Communications, medical experts have advised that the Vice President seeks further treatment abroad to ensure a full recovery. We extend our best wishes to the Vice President for a speedy recovery, the statement concluded. And Blakk RASTA, known for his blunt criticisms, speaking on the show on 3FM, monitored by Ghana Web, said the political class must be made to stay in Ghana to receive treatment whenever they are ill. I don't agree with Naana Agyemang flying out of this country for medical attention. Once you have made yourself available for political office, you must be ready to bear the consequences. If we have one or two politicians losing their lives in our Ghanaian hospitals, I am sure they will make sure our hospitals are well equipped. We are the ones who are sacrificed all the time. We have no money to fly abroad. The money we pay as taxes is used by these people who claim to be our servants, but all of a sudden become our masters. They have the best health care. They fly out of the nation at will to take care of themselves, paying huge sums to foreign hospitals and doctors, while our doctors continue to languish in poverty. I remember Honorable Blakk, while in opposition, saying that politicians must be banned from flying outside the country for medical attention. And I believe he said it in the best interest of Ghanaians. Today, I hear that Naana Jane is getting ready to fly outside the country, or has she flown already? What is the sickness? What is the medical condition? Can it not be handled in this country? Or do we keep looking down on our own doctors and medical personnel? The reality is this: as long as we push our politicians to stay here and seek medical attention, they will have the health facilities, doctors, and nurses in mind whenever they are making policies. Because they know that when they fall ill, and everyone does, our hospitals would need to be well equipped to take care of them. Blakk RASTA admonished the Vice President to learn from former President Kufuor, who set a precedent by seeking medical attention in Ghana. Now, if I were you, with all due respect, I would stay in Ghana, here in Ghana, like President Kufuor did. President Kufuor had a major surgery in a Ghanaian hospital, and when he got well, we all applauded him. All politicians who have given themselves to public service must remain in this country. They have no right to send their children abroad for schooling. They must stay in this country, school in this country, and go to hospitals in this country, so that at the very least, it will push them to think about our schools and hospitals. I wish Professor Naana Agyemang a speedy recovery in a Ghanaian hospital, not a foreign. That's it. These were my words. I said exactly what was written, and I congratulate the writer. He wrote exactly what I said. My brother, it's not wickedness. It is just, my brother, my sister, common sense. They say you put your money where your mouth is. It's a common saying, you know that, right? Our doctors have been pushed to the background. Nobody respects them anymore. They are running to England, and all of a sudden they are becoming kings and queens there. Today I was reading a newspaper that said, I think from Ghana Web, right? That said some Ghanaians have become science gurus and their photos have been flashed on the front page. My brother, I was going to look at that story, but I'm going to reserve it for tomorrow, hopefully. When they leave the shores of this country as non-entities, they all of a sudden become powerful entities elsewhere. It's because our system does not regard the hard work of the average Ghanaian. And I'm not scared to speak my mind. I love Nana Agyemang. I've supported her all this while. I wanted to get well. But the thing is this. They are saying, according to what has been written by Felix, the director of communications at the presidency, doctors are recommending that she seeks treatment abroad. That's not enough. Can you tell us what condition she has? In fact, her medical condition must not be a secret to Ghanaians. That is why you are asked to declare your assets before you become a public servant. 2, you are also supposed to declare your health condition. So the person you are going to serve has the right to say, I want you or not. This is common sense, isn't it? If you come to my job seeking employment, I want to know what sicknesses you have. And I want to know if I would like to give you this kind of work because your sickness can deal with that, or your health condition cannot deal with this. Therefore, I put you where your health condition can be managed. Does it make sense? In our country, we are busy asking who is a Muslim and who is a Christian. We are not interested in knowing the health conditions of the people who come seeking employment from us. We need it. We need it, my brother, my sister. That is why all over Ghana, the obituaries you see, all of them, not even one out, is what a shock. Because everybody hides their conditions. If you knew that this person was HIV positive and he died after 2-4 years, you wouldn't say what a shock, because you expected this with time. In the white man's country, when I see obituary, I don't see what a shock. I've been to England a number of times. I see obituary messages. I have never seen one that said, what a shock. Not in America, not in Japan, not in China, only here in Ghana and Africa. Everybody's what a shock. Sometimes a 99-year-old man is still what a shock. What's wrong with us? So Nana, sadly, you are a victim of your own choices. You are a victim of your own choices. Glorify our Ghanaian hospitals. Let us see you get well. I said President Kufuor went for a major surgery, like an open heart surgery, like an open brain surgery. And when he got well, we clapped for him. He used the presidential jet at a time that the air condition was not even functioning properly. That's a president. His successor, Nana Akufo-Addo, came back. What did he do? He was flying chartered jets all over the place like a trainee pilot. What a shame. Dirty politicians. We wish you, Professor Naana Agyemang, the best of health in the Ghanaian hospital, and that applies to everybody. It will help our hospitals become better. I want to see Burkinabés come into this country for health services, right? I want to see Americans also fly Trump into Ghana for medical treatment. You don't want it? Is it too much? We want to see Americans fly Barack Obama here for treatment. We claim that we are herbalists and we know all the herbs. By now, I was expecting that Trump will come into this country, so we'll heal him of hernia. Give him some 2 herbs for him to chew and swallow so that his hernia will shrink. But no, they remain in their country, get the best of healthcare, leave us with our herbs and so on and so forth. Why can't we leave them with their modern medicine and deal with our herbs and so on and so forth? If we claim we are champions of the herbs. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. My name, Blakk Rasta. When we return, we got more. Hey! Hey! Yeah! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
It's the Blackpot, aka Coco Shonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youths. And the next story is rolling on your screens. Edu Boahen's wife hides more cash. There's no need for a comma. Take out the comma. Edu Boahen's wife hides more cash. Oh gosh. My brother, my sister, thank you. Which Edu Boahen are we talking about? Do you know him? Do you know him? He's this guy. You know, I just got to realize that this is one of the children of Albert Edu Boahen, the historian who was a stalwart of the NPP. He has another brother called Charles Edu Boahen, who was also fingered in a certain Galamsey corrupt deal. You remember? Anas Admiral Anas. So it looks like Edu Boahen's children have all gathered under the umbrella of corruption. Because this Charles guy, who is supposed to be a big brother of this guy, my brother, my sister, Jesus have mercy, was caught on Anas's lenses in some corrupt, illegal mining issue and more. My brother, my sister, I hear the case is still raging on. And this guy now, in fact, he's been in power with the NPP. He has over 30 houses in his name. 30 houses to his name. My brother, my sister, 30 solid houses and over. He has cash, which is unmatched. So much cash. And to make it worse, there was a deal that he supposedly signed that was supposed to be in the name of Ghana. But he diverted all the money worth about $7 million American dollars into his and his wife's accounts. Their father was a corrupt historian, very egocentric historian. When we were in school as history students, our lecturers told us not to read Edu Boahen because Edu Boahen was nothing but a historian who was so skilled to Ashanti. Anytime he wrote about the Ashantis, they were the kings of the whole country. They were the best. They were the what? He made all judgments to suit the Ashanti. In his history books, those of you who do not know the history books of Edu Boahen, we were stopped from reading Edu Boahen's books because his history books were not factual. They were skewed. What you call tribalistic. He used his historical pen to divert the course of history towards his own people, the Ashanti. No wonder nobody reads Edu Boahen's books anymore. Their father. Apart from that, Edu Boahen belonged to a certain party that called itself the New Patriotic Party. He was in England teaching white people's children And all of a sudden, when it was time to grab posts and positions, he rushed to Ghana, contested the elections and lost. When he lost, you know what he did? When Ghana was struggling to have lecturers to teach in our universities, he didn't have any allegiance here. He left the country and went back to England to continue teaching. What is the patriotism aspect of the new patriotic party? Whose flag bearer owed more allegiance to British and American universities than to Ghanaian universities? Come here. Please find the photograph of Albert Edu Boahen. Find him so people will know who I'm talking about. I am a little grown. I'm 50 years young. When we were in school, our teachers stopped us from reading Edu Boahen's books. Albert Edu Boahen. Because he was so biased, that was the word that was used in the days. Everything about the Ashanti was golden. The Ashantis never made a mistake. The Ashantis were kings. The Ashantis knew everything. They were only next to God. Edu Boahen. To the point that historians found that offensive, even Ashanti historians. Because history has to be factual. Don't skew it because you have an opinion. History is not interested in your opinion. It's only interested in the facts. Albert Edu Boahen. These are his children. It looks like they are continuing with their father's exploits of skewing information and diverting money into their account. That's him. How many people remember this guy? Gen Z will never know this guy, and I'll forgive you. He was a historian. He was the one trying to contest Rawlings some year. And you know what Rawlings told him? He said, yes, we will continue making history for the fake historians to write. I remember that statement like today. Rawlings said, it is for us to make history, and it is for them to sit somewhere and write the history we make. Therefore, you know who to vote for. The history maker, not the historian. Jesus, what a punchline. This is Albert Edu Boahen. His son, one of his sons, is this guy here called Edu Boahen. That's him. Now we are hearing something. What are we hearing? He was arrested. The Attorney General had his fingers, in fact, holding him firm. Watch this. This is from Joy News. He said the wife of Kobna Edu Boahen attempted to destroy evidence by cutting suspended currency bills into suitcases on the night she was notified of the arrest of her husband. Jesus. Come back to that, my youth. You think say you day wise. And this time around, it's not the Attorney General speaking, it's the Deputy Attorney General. And that's his photo in the insert. A beautiful woman. And if this is nothing but the truth, then she's a demon, the wife of Satan, Lucifer. Run it, my youth. Look at the story. Edu Boahen's wife allegedly parked cash in suitcases to conceal evidence. Run it. Now, the wife of Kwabena Edu Boahen, former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, allegedly attempted to destroy evidence by packing suspected currency bills into suitcases on the night she was informed of her husband's arrest. This is according to Deputy Attorney General Justice Sremsai. This sounds like an Indian name. Who appeared in court on Friday, March 28, 2025. Oh, Jesus. For the bail hearing of the embattled couple, Kobna Edu Boahen and his wife, Angela Eje Boating. And Accra High Court has subsequently reviewed the bail conditions for the former National Signals Bureau Director General. Kwabena Boahen, following a legal challenge by his lawyers. His bail has been reduced from 120 million Ghana cedis to 80 million Ghana cedis, with 2 sureties to be justified. His wife, Angela Agyemang, retains her 80 million bail, Ghana cedi bail, with 2 justified sureties. Dash it away. But she's supposed to go to the EOCO office 3 times a week. My brother, somebody who tried to tamper with evidence should never have been given bail. I don't see why. I'm not a lawyer. Why they normally lock up people when there's an investigation is for them not to be able to tamper with what? Investigations. So if the court suspects that this person can tamper with evidence, you are locked away quietly. I don't understand why the lady has been given bail and she is working. Yes, they've restricted their travel movements and all that. But my brother, I think she's learning from Cecilia Dapa, who had millions under her bed and in rat holes and cockroach holes. When would our country grow? When would the TV stop? But there are rumors going around that Kwabena Boahen is actually the biggest supplier of fertilizer in Africa. It's not been confirmed. How true is this? Many people also say his father was rich. What riches? What money? From the history books he sold? Or from his teaching in England? My brother, my sister, chase every one of them into every rat hole. Chase them into every pussy hole they enter into. And if I say pussy hole, I mean the hole of a cat. Chase them into every hole, every cranny, every crevice that they enter. Smoke them out. And if you don't have enough smoke, contract some Rasta people, they will help. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo. When we return, we have just about 5 minutes to conclude this edition of the Black Pot. Hey! Why? Wayo!
Blakk, Coco Show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Coco Show, and here we speak truth to power. Can we look at your comments? Ambitious, as I says, first here. Abdulaziz Rahim Upejo says, good evening, Black. Ambitious, Osai comes back to say, good evening, Black. How are you doing? Keep it up. I love you. I love you too. And it says, watching you live from the UK. They say UK. We say UK. Zakiyu Maazu says, why indeed the house of truth. Yes, the headquarters of the truth. Much love and respect. Kwekuchre Jafes says, more fire. We are putting Ghana first. African teacher. Teach them patriotism. Francis Ampim says, more fire. Black, I wish you and your crew happy Eid Mubarak. Why? Max Pro says, a lot of criminalities are happening in our country. yet no one is being prosecuted. Oh, what a country called Ghana. Well, at least Charles is in there. Kwabena Boahen is in there. The wife is in there. Cecilia, the pa, and the rest of them are being prosecuted one after the other. Schemo Media says, greetings, Black Rasta. I always watch after live stream, but I am able to join you live stream today. Power. Thank you so much, Schemo. Love and respect. On my banana, Nyansahini Angwa says, Black Rasta more fire. Fireworks. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, greetings, my guru. Amuwa fire. Jawozino Kwajo Ofusu is smiling. Gilbert Mwake says, Muwa fire. And Alexander Kwesi says, Tuma, Black Rasta. I always say it's not what you say that defines you, but what you do. Always watching you from Ontario, Canada. Cerise Jasper Johnson says, Black, truly you are a great guy with wisdom, and it's always a privilege listening to you. God bless you. Love and respect, all right? Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu is saying, watching with you. Uncle J says, good evening, my king. Keep the good work. Joseph Ejetete says, bless up. Mubarak MBK says, to God be the glory. Abdulaziz Rahim Ukwejo comes again and says, good evening, Black. Right? We love you. We appreciate you. Next story. Share the broadcast. We are live on YouTube and also live on Facebook. Our numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. McDAN confronts GABBY. Who is McDAN? That's him. He's a businessman. Controversial. He's been held by the hands of the law before, and he's been able to wiggle his way out. He is the owner, albeit temporarily, of Electrochem, the salt mine right there in Adan is the biggest salt mine in Ghana. My brother, my sister, this is McDAN. But who is GABBY? And why is GABBY being confronted? This is a cousin to the president of Ghana. When they were in power, he was so powerful, you would think that he was that powerhouse that provided the whole world with electricity. This is GABBY. Sometimes he says things that, tickle my conscience. Other times, he gets political. But all in all, he's a guy that is so lovely. When you meet him, he's a nice guy. I've met him once all my life. Whoa. Why is McDAN confronting GABBY? We need to criticize what is wrong. McDAN claps back at GABBY. Run it, my youth. The executive chairman of McDAN Group, Dr. Daniel Macaulay, has stated that businessmen must speak out against societal issues that hinder the growth of their businesses. According to him, in as much as the new patriotic party played a role to boost his businesses, it is the duty of the business community to keep politicians on their toes for right policies to be implemented. His comment comes after a leading member of the MPP, GABBY Asaro-Chidakun, had earlier slammed him for saying policies the previous government rolled out did not benefit the private sector. Speaking on Irepa FM's breakfast morning show with Kwesi Parker Wilson on Friday, March 28, 2025, and monitored by Ghana Web Business, McDAN said, we need to criticize what is wrong. We have to help politicians to put out the right policies. Woo! Now the business mogul asserted that GABBY twisted what I said on the panel. The host posed a question to me, McDAN, you are a big entrepreneur. Have government policies helped your business? And I said, no. I spoke and referred that in my 30 years of being an entrepreneur, government policies have never helped the private sector. I don't know if you really listened. I talked about some ministers who are not really listening to the private sector and businessmen. So he picked out of the context what I was talking against the NPP government. It is government that has to help the private sector. If a policy is not good for the sector or the NPP has helped, should I be selfish? I can't be selfish not to talk about the right thing. On November 7, 2024, Macaulay, Dr. Macaulay, while speaking at the Ghana CEO Presidential Gala dinner, stated that the private sector had not benefited from the government policies, which he believes stifled local businesses and created an unfavorable environment. I'm sure Nanado will be sweating like a pregnant antelope when he hears McDAN say, or allegedly say, oh, the NPP, led by Nana Akufo-Addo, they didn't do anything to help the private sector. Their policies were not good. Because everyone knows that McDAN was a big beneficiary of the NPP. Was he saying it to please the government in power as the businessman that he is? So that, they are normally chameleons. This one is in power, I'm with you. When they are out of power, I'm without you. Did he do that? But McDAN is making a lot of sense, and I like what he's saying. He says, yes, even if their policies help me in one way or the other, if they help my businesses, did they help the rest of the private business sector? No. I benefited because of my connections. How about the rest of them? That's what McDAN is saying. For me, this is selfless. But we cannot also discount the other thing he said about the fact that, yes, he benefited, but how about the rest of them? The general policies, did they help? He said no, emphatically. We cannot discount the fact that he might also be playing chameleon, because business people are very good with that. Remember when a member of the NDC came out and said, when we get into power, you, McDAN, all your wings will be clipped. Could it be a way of appeasing them? But looking at the face value of this, I think McDAN has made a lot of sense. Yes, you supported my business, but your general policies for the private sector, did not help anybody. It's the Blakk Points, a.k.a. Kokoshonomo. And here, we speak truth to power. Can we look at your final messages? And we are done. Mark Romeo Forrest says, good evening, Professor Blakk. Uncle Jay says, good evening, my king. Keep the good work. Joseph Ej Tete says, bless up. Mubarak MBK says, to God be the glory. Abdulaziz Rahim Ukpeju says, good evening, Blakk. All right? It's the Blakk Points, a.k.a. Kokoshonomo. And here we speak truth to power. More comments? All right? Yeah. Remember to pick up the numbers on the screen and do business with us. Share the broadcast. Hit on the like button. My name is Blakk RASTA. And, of course, is the Blakk Empire TV. Your business here is going to be heard by everybody. Series Jasper Johnson says, Edu Boahen and co actions and reactions have led to the underdevelopment of our healthcare and other centers in Ghana today. For Ghana to get better, the NPP needs to stay far from power. I agree with you that NPP needs to stay away from power. Yes, the NPP. If President Mahama, according to Joseph Nati, does not prosecute him and ECG containers corruption, we will take him as a corrupt president as well, who has come to defend corrupt people. I don't know why the Office of the Special Prosecutor is silent on these issues. Well, they are in court, and for now, they are arresting them one after the other. I like the speed with which they are dealing with this, personally. Osei Prempeh, the second child, says, Charles Edu Boahen said Muhammadu Bawumia receives $5 million as bribe to give contracts. You remember that documentary, right? 5 million. Bawumia came and debunked this, said it wasn't true. Osei Prempeh, the second, says Edu Boahen distorted history of Kwame Nkrumah and more. And more, my brother. He was a corrupt historian. Yeah. Omaimba Nananya Sahini Angua. Blakk, I'm glad to witness today's program. I traveled to my village where there's no internet to watch this informative program. But I thank God I'm back home, watching live from Ekuapim Mampo, the land of Kuka. Respect. We love you. We appreciate you. Osei Prempeh the second said, Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo was flying and bathing with Sewa Bruni in the private jet with taxpayers' money. And he continues, President Donald J. Trump needs herbs for his hernia. Blakk RASTA. Oh, yes. The cocoa, no. And here be true. And here be true. If they were going to report this on Peace FM, hey, Black Rasta Kasabi Omo. Yes, you are sure. Now here they are who Black Rasta. Or say America man penny na your friend Donald J. Trump no. On here be draw at their sunny cocoa. Omunkan cocoa. Necho. Or say Prempe the second says, share. Black Rasta is on fire. Thank you so much, my brother. We appreciate you and we love you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. God bless you. Today we extended the time a bit because of the issues we had to discuss. But I believe it's been helpful and it's been informative. Until we catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock until 6:30. God bless you. Hey! Why? Why?